My name is Michael Rafferty, and I'm the Vice President of Small Business for the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation. We're very happy to host you all today. This is one of 5 quarters, the most recent quarter of the program that we all know and love, called MotorCity Match, that builds a pipeline of entrepreneurs who invest in Detroit's future neighborhoods. Before we get into the winners, we have guests behind us here, Councilmember Castaneda Lopez and Mayor Duggan, who have a few words for everybody here. Excuse me.
Good morning, everyone. Excited to be here and welcome you to the beautiful District 6 in the city. For those of you that don't know, District 6 is much larger than Southwest Detroit, and so we're kind of actually close to the center of District 6 off of Grand River, just west of the Woodbridge neighborhood. So I'm excited to be here to welcome you today because this is one of my favorite programs that the city offers, specifically because it's focused on growing our own and really connecting and supporting the strong sense of entrepreneurship that we have in the city of Detroit, helping people overcome some of the barriers that prevent them from expanding their businesses. And one of those major challenges is access to space to be able to expand their businesses. So glad to see that several companies are going to be acknowledged later today, but also to just highlight some of the few that have expanded their businesses in District 6, one of them being Woodward Throwbacks, which I personally love because they reclaim wood and repurpose that, and so it's great to see things being deconstructed and repurposed versus just kind of demolished and thrown away. Another one, Detroit School for Digital Technology, which is really helping to meet that gap within our labor market and training people in things like graphic design and other digital technology-based professions. And then one of my favorite ones is very close to where I grew up, but Guadalajara Market, where you can get some amazing chorizo and other types of meats. So I encourage you to stop by and visit. But this is really what the program is about, is supporting local entrepreneurs, making sure that people who come from marginalized communities have the same access to these entrepreneurship opportunities and really are investing in making our neighborhoods more vibrant. So congratulations to the winners today. A welcome to you, beautiful District 6. Thank you to the Nominee Center for kind of hosting us in this new space despite it being cold. I'm very excited about seeing this building repurposed to attract more arts and really to celebrate the diversity of our communities. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mayor Duggan to talk a little bit more about this year's winners.
Thank you, Council Member, and let me start by thanking George Namdi for hosting us here. And I told George I really hope that part of his Motor City Match application was to heat this building. But I think this is really what we envisioned when we started this, that you would start to spin commercial development into neighborhood areas. And of course, this area of Grand River has got enormous potential as a creative corridor. We're adjacent to the Woodbridge neighborhood, which is a wonderful neighborhood in the city. And a lot of the times people don't know this. We've got a lot of solid neighborhoods in this city. And the retail space has been abandoned over the years, and one of the things Motor City Match is trying to do is fill in those storefronts. To the 6 winners today, a special congratulations. This is round 5. We average 10 winners a quarter and try to do $500,000 a quarter, but we have insisted on having high standards, that the winners who get the cash grants, we really believe have a high probability are going to get a business open. And out of the 500 applicants we had, we only felt like 6 of you made that. And so we decided not to change our standards. We were going to keep the standards just as high. And next quarter, maybe it'll be 12 or 13 winners. But the fact is, all 6 of your proposals were outstanding. And of course, in addition to the 6 cash winners, we probably got another 100 winners who are getting help with business plans or site location plans or design plans. So we're building that pipeline, and we're going to keep doing this every single quarter. So everybody here knows what Motor City Match means. I was just in New York on Friday with Dan Gilbert. Goldman Sachs invited Dan Gilbert and me to come speak to the entire Goldman Sachs organization, the 1,200 senior people. And they wanted to hear about Motor City Match. And the CDFIs that have been making loans and the like, and Gilbert and I pitched Goldman on playing a much more active role in funding these types of operations and making cash available. And of course, they certainly have been supported in their 10,000 small businesses program in the city. We're going to get them more involved. But MotorCity Match is getting to be known across the country. And so we're really proud of the 6 of you. And the day you open your door, please invite me out. Congratulations.
So before we get into the awardees and bringing them up here, I think this is a great point to have a point of acknowledgement and gratitude. If it wasn't for the leadership that's standing behind me, this program wouldn't exist. And I especially thank Mayor Duggan for his insight and his support in developing this program and supporting it as it's been here. I also want to thank the team. If you'd raise your hand, the small business team from DEGC, this is the engine of the program. You've all engaged with them. If it wasn't for them, it would be very difficult for us to get the work done. So. So MotorCity Match, I'm reiterating the program. It's designed to help businesses at all stages of the startup process. Whether you have a great idea for a business or if you need that last bit of capital to get running, this is the program for you. We have business planning classes for those who need help putting their ideas on paper. We are constantly on the lookout for quality commercial space and helping entrepreneurs connect with available property. If you have your business plan and a property identified and you need help planning your repairs and renovations, we help with that too. All of this is made possible by our partners, the City of Detroit, HUD, the New Economy Initiative, and CDFI partners and lots of other foundations. In total today, we are announcing more than 80 businesses that will receive some sort of support through MotorCity Match for this round. Now, I'd like to introduce the winners. There are 50 business plan winners, and first, I'd like to congratulate those 50. These are the folks who intend to open in Detroit, and prior to doing that, are going to take their idea from concept to a plan. 92% of these folks are minority-owned, and 72% are women. 70% of them are Detroit-owned. There are 25 space winners who were successfully matched with buildings in Detroit. Again, the vast majority of these are minority-owned businesses, and slightly more than half are businesses owned by Detroiters. I'd like to specifically call out T-Troiter. T-Troiter is a previous business plan and technical assistance winner. They're one of the many who are continuing their entrepreneurial journey with MotorCity Match by having applied for additional awards as they've gone through the system. We found them space, and we expect that they're going to do great things along with the other 24 businesses in their cohort. There are 7 design winners who received assistance with building out their space. These winners include Terry's Cakes, who've been with MotorCity Match almost since the beginning of the program. They first received business planning assistance. They were matched in a previous round and are now receiving design build assistance. They're following through with the most important rule that an entrepreneur has, particularly in Detroit, and that's keep trying, don't give up. And I want to make sure that we call them out. Are they in the room? Okay, if not, when you happen to see the business, please go and visit it. Congrats to Terry's Cakes and the 6 other winners on their successful application for the design build assistance. Now, down to brass tacks, the 6 winners right in front of me here. I'd like to announce you all who will receive cash awards and will be receiving these lovely awards in front of us here. 3 of these businesses are existing businesses looking to expand in Detroit, while 3 others are brand new to the Detroit landscape. The $300,000 in grants will combine with an additional $543,000 in equity and debt financing to help these businesses open their doors in Detroit. The first winner is our host, George Namdi of the Namdi Center. The Namdi Center is, for contemporary art, presents diverse, multidisciplinary a diverse multidisciplinary art experience and serves to promote and perpetuate the cultural legacy of African Americans and the African American diaspora in art. Owner George Namdi is expanding his iconic gallery on Forest to the location we're in today. And it will include an art incubator, co-working space, gallery, and educational platform that connects creatives and unconventional business opportunities and cultivates an establishment of new small businesses. There are currently 3 retail spaces lined up to fill this place, and it includes a gallery curated by someone from Chicago, and a photography studio and a production company. Thank you for your application, and congratulations.
Well, first of all, welcome to my space. The weather, I hadn't planned on this temperature. It's supposed to be 78 today. So, but anyway, I'm very proud to have this, and I'd like to thank my family and my staff for helping me do this, get it all together. And also the staff of MotorCity Match. They were so invaluable because they really, although I've been around for a while, they really held my hand and, George, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, no, I don't need to do that, I've done that, did that 40 years ago. They're like, no, you need to do it this way, So they were very invaluable, and I really encourage people who want to do this process is to listen to them and not argue with them and tell them why a financial statement is not necessary. So, but they were very helpful, and I really want to commend them on their professionalism and their guidance in all this whole process. And I really do thank them for that, because I think without that, I don't know if I would be up here, although I think I would anyway, but I would learn. But anyway, about this area, this one real brief, this building here would end up being what we call the N-Square project space, where you see the walls, the frames out. Those will be individual galleries and boutiques. In the back, we would have a cafe, now the special taco cafe that will be back in the rear here, that will also open up to the 12th Street. So they will have 2 entrances. And this is just the beginning of what we're trying to accomplish here on Grand River in Rosa Parks area. We are branding this area the West End Gallery District. So Detroit will have a formal gallery district. And we have a lot of art places, but we don't have a formal gallery district where a person can come and say, I'm shopping for art. So that's what we hope to do here with galleries, restaurant, boutique, and living spaces. Thank you very much, and enjoy. Bye now.
All right. The second winner is the Wise Decision. The Wise Decision is a full-service health and fitness business that offers customized fitness training, nutrition, and weight management counseling, including healthy cooking classes and corrective exercise clinics designed to reduce common injuries. Sterling Wise, a certified personal trainer and fitness professional for 9 years, and spouse Camilla Wise, a doctor of physical therapy, have owned the Wise Decision for 7 years. They are seeking to open a new location at 7640 Kercheval to improve the quality of life for Detroiters. Congratulations.
Let me say it's definitely a blessing to be here. I signed up with the Motor City Match last year, and at that time, I had no idea that I'd be standing here today. I'm just a kid from the east side of Detroit. I lost about 65 pounds several years ago, and never thought that would get me to the point where Man, I never thought I'd be up here about to cry. Let me say that first. But I never thought that, again, once I lost the weight, it'd get me to the point where I was in a position where I could help other people live a healthier life. I never thought, again, that I would be in a position where I could show people how they can not only lose weight, but feel great and look amazing as well. But I'm in that position right now. And I called my company The Wise Decision because it's all about the decisions that we make. You know, I made a decision to eat better and live healthier, and I'm showing other people how they can do that as well. So looking forward to getting out into the city of Detroit and helping my community. Looking forward to working with, whether you're the average Joe looking to lose weight or whether you're someone with special needs. We do programs for people with mental illness. We also work with students. So again, we have programs that we're going to do for everyone that's out in the city, and I'm just excited about this opportunity again. And if you leave this mic in front of me, I'll keep talking. So you see how to grab the mic already, but I'm going to step back again and just say thank you all again for this wonderful opportunity.
He's not just a business, he's an inspiration. So next is Plum Health Direct Primary Care. Plum Health Direct Primary Care is a new business that will provide an alternative to the traditional fee-for-service model. Direct primary care emphasizes wellness, prevention, communication, and personalized patient relationships to create the best healthcare options possible. For a monthly fee, members receive primary healthcare services that are tailored to their individual needs, including checkups, urgent care services, as well as direct and unrestricted access to their doctor through call, text, email, or in-person visits. The business is located at 607 Shelby.
Wow. Thank you. I have a lot of people to thank. First of all, thank you, Mayor Duggan and your administration for making this possible. I'd like to echo the sentiment of thanking the Motor City Match staff that's worked so hard. Anthony, James Fegan, Michael Martin, Helen. I've sent so many emails and made so many phone calls, so thanks for putting up with me for like the last 9 months. I put my first application in January, and I earned $4,000 for some legal services, etc., and that was such a big vote of confidence, so I really appreciate that. My name is Paul Thomas. I'm a family medicine doctor, and I'm bringing affordable and accessible healthcare services to Detroit. And what that looks like is a membership model, so for $50 a month, you can call me, text me, email me anytime, come in to see me anytime during office hours, and that's all included. I also get you at-cost labs and imaging and wholesale medications. I want to help Detroit become healthier by bringing primary care services back to the city. So thank you so much for your vote of confidence and your investment, and I want to deliver and bring this service to the city. So thank you again.
Next is the Kenilworth Club. All right. The Kenilworth Club is a neighborhood restaurant and bar that includes a food incubator, restaurant accelerator, and it's seeking to open at 9425 John R. The restaurant, serving New Orleans-inspired cuisine with a West African twist, includes a true farm-to-table model, including ingredients cultivated from a 1.5-acre community garden located directly behind the space. The commercial kitchen space will also be used to host private events, community gatherings, and pop-up chefs that will comprise 20% of the restaurant's menu. The concept offers an evolving culinary enterprise that lives, breathes, and changes according to what's in the season. Dishes dreamed or dreamt up by the chef. This is based on things that are dreamt up by the chef and the community. So I'm really happy to bring up the Kenilworth Club. That's you.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate this opportunity. I remember the very first time I got the idea that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and then I came to the realization that if it were easy, everyone would do it. Fortunately, the city of Detroit has great opportunities like MotorCity Match to give us an opportunity to really impact the neighborhoods that we grew up in. Growing up in Detroit and being a Detroit resident, I'm really shaken with so much passion and energy to actually be able to contribute to a neighborhood that I've had family members grow up in. I've had friends and close friends in my life grow up in. So it really means a lot to get the opportunity to do this. Please come by, check out the space. We want to really be involved with the community. We're going to have a good farm there so people can take part in that, in addition to our community vote. So anyone within that area will have an opportunity to directly affect what is on the menu. Gentrification with inclusion, haha. But definitely come by. Thank you so much for this opportunity and the support.
Next is Social Sushi. Social Sushi is a social collision lounge with Japanese cuisine. In addition to fresh, quality food, the restaurant creates a space for strangers to feel open to connect with other people. By hiring young people, returning citizens, and locals, the business wants their combined passion to be an element of the space. They also plan to support local businesses from ingredients to design and create physical access to a one-of-a-kind gathering space. The business will locate at 16647 Livernois next to Live 6 in a previous Motor City Match winners space and across the street from the University of Detroit, Mercy.
Thanks so much to everyone that's present here today, especially the Motor City Match team. I love you guys. This all began literally being in a room with Jill Ford. Like, what do you think about this name, Motor City Match? And then from that point on, when it got started, she was like, apply, apply, apply. And I was just like, and I missed out on the first window. And so every time I saw her, she was like, did you apply, did you apply? So like, Jill, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. The energy you bring to Detroit is amazing, so I appreciate you. And this is an amazing dream, right? So I left Detroit for about 4.5 years. I'm a native Detroiter, DPS kid. So when I left Detroit, I visited back here. There was a parade going on Livernois. And it was the most amazing thing ever because I grew up in a neighborhood where we knew our neighbors and like everyone was for each other. And this parade just like shook me. I was literally on Livernois like filming this and crying. I didn't know what took over me. But that was at that moment, I was like, I have to move back home. So full circle, now here we are putting a sushi restaurant on Livernois right across from UAD, right in the area where I dropped them tears and said, I gotta come back home. So this is just such a dream and an honor. I thank everyone, all of you that have supported Social Sushi. If you haven't yet, come feed your face. I appreciate you, thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, and last is the Detroit Marshmallow Company. The Detroit Marshmallow Company produces gluten-free marshmallows currently sold at Eastern Market and other local food markets. They're seeking to open a production facility at 17215 Mack Avenue that aims to be the only dedicated gluten-free kitchen in the city. The kitchen will also be shared with other local small batch producers.
I just want to thank everybody, Motor City Match, the staff, Anthony, all the people that I've been communicating with. This is just exactly what my business needs right now. So I did an interview one time with Karen Drew, and she said, did you ever think you would be making marshmallows? And I said, who thinks they're going to be making marshmallows, right? So absolutely not. But 3 years ago, my daughter wanted to open a candy store, and I said, well, let's make it really cool, really hip, and do like things that we make ourselves that are natural and that are craft. So I started with marshmallows and then I ended with marshmallows because I love making marshmallows. I love every part of it. But marshmallows are naturally gluten-free, which led me to develop this idea to do a shared kitchen, because I have friends that make gluten-free products that cannot afford to wholesale their products anywhere because they can't get into a kitchen at a reasonable price that's dedicated gluten-free. So that's like a major part of our project as well. So I want to thank my family, particularly my husband who's here, because entrepreneurship is not for the weak-hearted, and it's not for the family of the weak-hearted. So it takes a lot to keep our heads up and, you know, just push forward, especially for the family members. So thank you so much.
I'm so proud today. Our MotorCity Match awardees represent an inspiring array of stories and just show that persistence pays off and that if you believe it, you can do it. So I'm very proud today of the companies that we have. We've got Social Sushi, Wise Decision. We've got companies that are ready to feed you, to help you be healthy, to help you to see that you can do it too. And that's what the MotorCity Match is all about.